All right, Iran got through the missile defense system. Let's break some things down because 7/19/7/20 is the 119th day since the 3i Atlas was announced. And on tomorrow and the 20th also is the 8th month, 21st day since it was its closest approach to the sun, and the 128 peace deal ties into your 2020 and Israel and all those things. And we're seeing some things line up with the Uvalde, who Matthew McConaughey is from, and Meghan Markle and Harry went down there after the school shooting. And then Ma'am Danny is calling Israel a war criminal and stuff. So this is where Ma'am Danny is part of Bollywood. And then you have McConaughey and the BB. Israel being a proxy state, a puppet state of America in one way. And that's tying into your Bush and your Gavin, your TX Hill Country, Trump, Elon. The X is also the buy for the Biden. But tomorrow, the next day, Sunday, the closest approach to the sun, Iran has the so-called motherships for the drones and the drone kamikazes attacks, the Willy Wonka kamazes, and that kind of thing for the chocolate factory. Star Wars, they have to get in through that barrier first and go in through the valley and drop the bomb into there. That's kind of what these missile defense systems are kind of doing. As far as the story and the Iran mothership and those things, as far as the Star Wars parable, and then the sonic missiles and shit will be like the nightclub and the laser show coming and those types of things. So the Discovery Channel, it marks 15,008 days. That's a flip on your 85 with some crownings and such. The dragon is 85 this year if he was alive. It's also 41 years, 1 month, 3 days. So you got the 311 marker on there, the 311-1 to the 311-9. Those are all little signature clocks, and forward and backwards, and also the flips on those. Which is a 6 for the 9 and those types of things. So it's like perfect little scenario that we're seeing as far as what's lining up. And then we have the Lincoln Memorial, and then the Kennedy one, all those things lining up. The Kennedy ones, the assassination plot, and the Dow Us. This is where the Texas Stock Exchange, if they do 3i Atlas crashes into the ground, or the Atlantic pops off, or the La Palma volcano or whatever kind of thing pops open, and then you have a washout tsunami on the East Coast, the flow right over, or if they bomb Florida, that moves the ground enough to cause a tsunami in the Gulf of America for that Gulf, the Putin, hole-in-one, those types of things. So if you have that, then that's where the Dow Us, the D-Alus, is all coming in and be a replacement for the rebuilding of the temple. And that's where you see this Hollywood projection, the new Hollywood, and those Hollywood studios that were the Mercury Studios, where that Glenn Beck deck, the December, those kinds of things are lining up. But and then July is also the other December for your Christmas in July. Okay, and that's kind of where you're at now in this Christmas spirit. And we got the Costco and the Spree line coming out. That's the Spirit line, and that's a replay of the 80s. These things I've told you is coming in little mirror fashions and such as you're in the hallway of the Dragon of the 47 and those things. So the tsunami over New York, just wash everything out over Washington. Start with a clean slate, a new Washington, new suds, new Hollywood, new fucking everything, right? So where one is doing this and do the other and do the other, and if they can't win one game, they'll just wipe it out and try and start over. That's where this thing is going to eventually happen, where the black hole will eventually expand, and God's consciousness will come within man and do all these little things that we've gotten into in the past videos. So either way, the 119 day hitting tomorrow, and the next day counting or not counting the start date. Perfect timing with the World Cup runneth over, and the World Cup have come with the Canada, United States, Mexico, and you're gonna either like spit it out, or it's gonna be hard to swallow, gagging, all those kinds of things. And that's with the cycloptic sports, the crapture, the crop dusting, and all this shit that's coming, as you're gonna have that little abortion birth. And all them cowboys love that big old John Wayne. So they tell you that John Wayne had what, like 60 pounds of fucking compacted fecal matter? Okay? So the Ozempic is just going in there. It's just like doing getting rid of all them fat cells and such, okay? And then you got this little virus thing coming. Boom, boom, boom. That's gonna help get rid of some of it. But it's not gonna get rid, that's kind of like the water breaking for the birth. And you got that main event. Well, what's your qualifications to be senator? Well, you gotta live in the state for so long, and you gotta be this age. Otherwise, there is no qualification. Same with the president. Okay, so this is part of the delusion on one level. And then, shit, the main event's tying to your Lion King, and the hare, and the Nair. The Nair's for the female lion who actually goes out and does the hunting. Either way, folks. The James Franco and his little alien skit and all that stuff. It's all setting up a new type of structure of Hollywood. On one level, it's like the Blair Witch, where it was real but not real, and we believed it was real, all those kinds of things. So, folks, it's all right here, okay? And you've either gone in and done your homework, or you haven't for that exam time, and that exam time has been here since the Generation X. And then the exam time as far as that ecstasy, and that came from the old Dallas and that nightclub. Let's just have that shit sitting out, from what I was told. And then the exam time with X and the logo and that holocaust. But yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer when, oh, you're created perfect. Well, I don't need that. But it will all make sense soon enough, as the Lord Satan comes and gathers his children of hell, of the host pit hell. All right, with that serpent going up the staff. Maybe I shouldn't go there with that snide. But you gotta know that all snakes aren't poisonous, and they don't all bite you with a fucking poisonous fang, right? Some of them got them little short teeth, or that constricting, just squeezing you to fucking death. Or that money. Or that anger. Hey, let's go outside all day, spray our tan, because we just landed here on Earth. We don't know if this sun will kill us or not. Well, we don't know if these UV rays will kill us either, so we got to put on our glasses. And then you got to, you don't know you're burnt under there. You ain't got the color to tell you. You ain't got that sting. So you're all off balance. So when you should be red as an outlet or whatever for the sun, you're turning red inside, and you're just getting angry and angry and angry, because you're as you take it in, you take it out. But you're just taking it in, and you're putting a blocker on where you can't fucking put it out, where you're not even getting in it, so you're not even getting the life of the sun within you. You're just getting some imbalanced shit, because you're not even getting the light of the moon, because you go in at night and all this other things. So, and everything at the nighttime is, oh, that's a sound, that's a sound, everything's a sound. Well, we're going to get into that and help you understand your little Old Testament and New Testament, and Moses and Jesus and Paul, as you're going into the 666 walls as you're marked by the testimony.